That sound crazy that a U.S. Congresswoman can't tell us what's in this bill?
My job is to represent the people in my community and their jobs and their wages. And I need, as people asked us in terms of the health care bill, read the bill. We have the responsibility, constitutional responsibility, to deal with trade agreements. We should have been able to see the entire agreement long before it was almost completed.
So is it dead now, the Secretary? Do you think, I know you said there might be a revote, but do you think it's dead?
No, there will be a revote. We will go from there. It's day to day.
And how about the future of international trade? So if we didn't like this deal, how should we proceed going forward in trading with Asian countries?
We need trade agreements that recognize what the singular issue of this effort has been all about. That American workers deserve not to lose their jobs and they deserve to have increased wages. Our trade agreements in the last several years, including the recent one in Korea, have resulted in a loss of jobs, and particularly manufacturing jobs, and it decreases wages. We are happy. We made many suggestions, recommendations to the administration about both changing the fast-track procedure so that members of Congress could have greater input, and in the trade agreement itself, which is classified, and we were unable to see.
I wanted to ask you about that. Now, were you able to read what was in the deal?
I did under classified circumstances, but in looking at these pieces of the agreement, and this is unprecedented, the way in which this was classified, and I say why. Why did they want us to read it? But we made suggestions as to how we can provide an opportunity for American workers not to lose their jobs and to have their wages increase. Currency manipulation, which the administration said they wouldn't include under any set of circumstances, has probably been responsible for between 1 and 5 million jobs lost in the United States. It's something that a practice that Japan does, Singapore, and other countries. China does it, and when the president talks about China, that we need to not have them write the rules, but if we're serious about not having them write the rules, we need to have a currency chapter that penalizes those countries that manipulate their currency, sell their goods at a lower price, and then undercut our goods.
Finally, Rosick, I want to ask you about the secrecy. Did you see anything when you looked at the classified terms?
It should have been no.
So why was it classified?
That's something the administration did. My question was, why didn't you want the public to see it? Why don't you want
What's your guess?
Because I believe that there are pieces in there that if they saw the light of day, we would have been opposed to it. And we've had leaks, and we saw parts of it, and I can't talk about parts of it because it's classified.
Right, even the parts that are reported you legally can't talk about. The WikiLeaks released things you can't talk about.